Hey, what's going on, everybody? Like Butter here, and today I'm bringing you a Star Wars Battlefront gameplay from the beta. Of course, the beta isn't open anymore, which makes me very, very sad, but I've been keeping up to date with all the most recent news about Battlefront, and I came across this article that apparently came out a couple of days ago, talking about a new game mode that's going to be in Star Wars Battlefront, and I'm actually joined here with my buddy Pete. Say what's up, man.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm literally just diving into this head first. Like, the only reason I know about this is literally because Drew just told me like a couple minutes ago, so.
Yeah, I thought I would just pull him into a call and like kind of explain to him what the game mode is and
get
see
my
what your
genuine live reaction of it. I
yeah,
guess.
like get like just what you think about it and that kind of thing. Because I know you're a big Star Wars fan as much as I am, so I thought it would be pretty cool to at least discuss this article. I will link the article in the description so you guys can read along with me, or if you want to just read it after the video, I'm gonna read it to you guys, and I want to hear what you guys think. So they are introducing a new game mode called Cargo, which is a twist on Capture the Flag. But the way that they describe the game, like the game mode, sounds really fun. So you can see the picture here that you guys can see in the article, and it basically just shows two stormtroopers running at somebody in the Rebel Alliance, and it looks like a very enclosed hallways and blast doors and like an inside experience that we didn't get in the beta. You know how like all the maps have been outside. I was really hoping for this. I was hoping for some indoor enclosed maps, like the old Star Wars games.
I wonder, is this taking place like in some hangars somewhere?
Yeah,
or something like that.
Something like that, or like I really hope there's a like a map on the Death Star, you know, where it's just like all small little.
What's the like? I love Star Wars, but I'm definitely not like super like I don't like know like all of the names of the locations and stuff. What's the name of the? There's like a planet where like the Rebel base is, like where they hide all their ships. You know the way like there's multiple shots of like the Millennium Falcon landing there and stuff like that, like throughout the movies.
Wasn't it Dantooine?
I think so, something like that. Could that be this? Kind of looks like that.
I think it might be. Yeah, I'm not sure. I know. In the second movie, they had their they had their base on in the Hoth system, and then they moved it. Remember, they escorted everyone out when they lost the battle.
Just because where this Rebel is standing, it kind of looks like the hallways where Han and Leia were walking through and having like a massive argument. It was kind of funny.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have to see. That's definitely interesting. But here, I'll read the game mode to you, and I'll see what you say, what you have to think, and all that good stuff. So it says, Rebels and Imperials are fighting over precious cargo, and it's up to your team to outwit the opposition with both offensive and defensive tactics, which makes me think of it like a bomb game type. You know how, like on a bomb game type, you're offensive, but then once you plant the bomb, you have to go into like defensive mode and protect it. That's what I thought of first when they said that.
Already I'm getting the impression that this is like one flag.
I think it's they said it's a Battlefront twist on Capture the Flag, but I guess we'll have to see. I've only read a bit of the article, so maybe it'll catch me off on surprise as well. Our lead level designer, Dennis Branval, takes you through a classic game mode with a tug-of-war style spin. Cargo. Whoa, that's kind of cool. I didn't even think of that. Like a tug-of-war style spin. Star Wars Battlefront.
That's what I'm trying to get. I'm getting the one flag from it.
Yeah.
Because you know the way like you could bring a flag so far, and then all of a sudden it's on the other side of the map. And, you know, going back and forth.
Star Wars Battlefront has many new and unique game modes that fans really haven't seen before, but some game modes are such classics and we love to play them so much ourselves. So what they're kind of saying is, although they want to make new game modes that haven't been seen, they also want to give you, I guess, the competitive feel in some of the game modes that already exist in shooters. So it looks like this is going to be kind of like a Capture the Flag game mode, because it says here in the next part, it says, we simply had to have them in the game. Capture the Flag is one of those staples, and in Star Wars Battlefront, Cargo is our take on that mode. So this is like their way of Capture the Flag. This is how it works. Rebels and Imperials both have a base on the map where valuable cargo is stored. Your objective is to run into the enemy base, pick up the cargo, and return it to your home base. It's a classic concept, but we've added one twist. You don't need to have your own cargo in your base in order to bring back the cargo you've taken from your enemies. This creates a tug-of-war experience where you simply need to collect as much cargo as possible. So it's like one of those game modes where you don't have to return the cargo in order to to get your cargo back. So you could just have two people running the cargo back and forth past each other and kind of have like a race.
Yeah, and you're trying to stack your points faster than the other team, and then there will be like people defending it, and yeah, like dude, that can get really hectic. I think, is that similar to Modern Warfare 2's Capture the Flag? I feel like it is, because I remember the scores getting really high in that.
Some maps on Modern Warfare 2 were really small, so yeah, you could. Well, the thing with Modern Warfare 2 is that you could pick up a flag and run just as fast as you could without having it, whereas like something in Halo, you run extremely slow with the flag, so it's harder to get back. But I mean, in Call of Duty, you go, you know what I mean? So I'm not sure if you're gonna have like impaired movement when carrying the cargo. I would assume so. So the score may not get ran up as much as you think.
Yeah, it might not even slow you down, man, because I don't, like, I kind of see what DICE are doing. They're not, like, trying to balance everything out, like, super hard to try and make the game, you know, as even ground as possible. It seems like they're just going with the simple, everything is OP so everyone can get kills kind of thing. It seems to be the way that Star Wars Battlefront is. Like
how they're keeping it simplistic so that it's not just...
You know the way, like, when you're in third person, there's, like, barely any recoil and stuff like that?
Yeah, yeah. But
it's basically just you having to drop on your opponent.
Yeah, I think that makes for a pretty awesome experience, though, because it means the person that's more accurate is going to get the kill, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I think it's good. It's a nice change of pace from all the games that are, like, overthinking balance and stuff like that.
The spray and all that.
Yeah.
Okay, so it says, in the next paragraph, it says, scoring works a bit different thanks to this design. At the beginning of the match, the score is 5-5. If you get hold of a cargo crate, your team will take the lead with 6-4, and the rest of the match will fluctuate like that. Oh, that's weird. So it's not about... Oh my... Dude, that could make for some really long matches. It's not about, like, how many you can get, so it wouldn't be, like... 5-4. It's actually about starting off at 5-5 and then it spreads out. So if you score or bring the cargo back, it goes 6-4. So so you actually go up by 2 technically. Well, 1, but the other team basically has to react to that. So
it sounds like a paintball game type I played once, like in real life. It was like there was 5 flags at the enemy base and you had to grab theirs and bring it back to yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's exactly... Holy shit. That's really good, actually.
It says, if you're in the lead when the 15-minute round is over, you'll win. Okay, so what that's going to do is if you score 1 flag, right, it's 6-4. And you could either choose to play defensively and take the risk of everyone being on one side of the map to defend that score, or you could continue to be aggressive and try to get the score as far ahead as possible. I think that's pretty cool because that's going to add like a teamwork dynamic that is really going to make people think and communicate.
I wonder if it's going to be as simple as like a team coming up with a strat like so they send 5 people over directly to the enemy base straight away and they can grab the 5 flags right away and run back home. Right. I wonder, can you grab multiple flags at once?
What I'm thinking is it's probably 1 at a time, since they did say it's capture.
And there's like a timer, like it cools down before you can grab another one or something?
No, I think like if you return the cargo to your base,
then you can
the next one probably, that's probably what it is. It says the reason behind this tweak is that in old school capture the flag modes, a lot of action centered around grabbing the enemy flag and running away to hide, since the enemy could not capture unless their flag was in their base. This resulted in home bases that were rarely defended, since most action took place in the center of the map. For cargo, we want players to focus on both bases and establishing 2 very defined gameplay roles, the attacker and the defender. There are several tools to help you perfect these two distinct playstyles. If you like smoke grenades and jump packs, you'll be a great attacker in Cargo. If you want to play defense, you can equip things like proximity bomb and barrage. Defenders can also man the stationary E-web turrets within and or close to the bases for some extra defensive firepower. Cargo is a mode made up of 6v6, so it's 6 versus 6, and to create a well-functioning mode like this, you need to design the map specifically for it, and the areas you're fighting on need to be well-defined and often symmetrical to make it fair for both teams. One Cargo map I'd like to highlight is Rebel Depot on Tatooine. I guess that's what that is up in the thing. I guess that is Tatooine. This takes place out on the holes of the desert where the rebels have to set up a small base. So I'm assuming that picture up at the top of the article is in one of the bases. And like the rebels defending it. The map has 3 lanes to fight around, and in the center lane you'll find the legendary Millennium Falcon as a mighty set piece.
I wonder if you can run through it.
That'll be cool. Imagine getting in a gunfight on the Millennium Falcon, or even like under it or on top of it. Like, that sounds unbelievably cool. Yeah. It says, we've really enjoyed designing this map. We imagined what a rebel base on Tatooine might look like using Hoth as inspiration, and we're happy with the results. When you're running around with your Cargo through the med bay and control centers, you'll recognize elements from Echo Base, but nuances. What is that?
It's like little tidbits.
Oh, okay. Nuances like color scheme, lighting, and dust give it a distinct Tatooine feel. Gameplay-wise, it's interesting how the Millennium Falcon, somewhat covered in Tatooine dust, works as a tactical center that is important to control. Ooh, so it's gonna be the Millennium Falcon's gonna be like an area that you can hold down and use as
it's like you're just sitting on top of it with your E11 trying to blast down people,
or just like kind of protecting it, so that you can like maybe move the Cargo a certain area and then protect that and then move it again, make sure that
it seems
the
like these
area's
3 lanes
clear.
kind of connect at this area.
So that's gonna
cool.
be really interesting. So
I wonder, to me this sounds like a move towards like a potential esports thing.
See, that would make me really excited, because I think Battlefront would make a great esports game.
Star Wars esports, my god.
That'd be so dope, dude. It says, we really hope you'll enjoy the frantic gameplay of Cargo and that you'll try it out on the Star Wars Battlefront locations. So, overall, what do you think, man, since this video's wrapping up?
I think it sounds amazing. When you were first reading it, in my head, I was picturing, like, you know, disorganized madness, like the... What is Star Wars Battlefront 20v20 or something like that?
Yeah.
In Walker Assault, I was picturing like capture the flag version of that with that many people. But then when you said 6v6, I was like, holy shit. And then when you said 3 lanes, I was like, holy shit. It just sounds like they're trying to they're trying to put the like amazing gameplay that Battlefront has into like a real competitive game type, and that sounds amazing to me.
Hell yeah. So I'm really excited. I hope you guys are too for Battlefront. It'll be released on November 17th. Hopefully you guys will go by and get that. I know me and Pete definitely will be. So any last words about the gameplay, man? Like, you excited, or what, you know, what'd you overall think of the beta? Let's talk about that.
The beta was dope, man. Like, I miss it. Like, I'm having withdrawal symptoms from not having it. It actually kind of became part of the way, like, you know, the way we hop on and we're just like, okay, so what are we gonna play? Like, it wasn't even a matter of that. We just hopped on and played Star Wars and then made our choices about what we were gonna play later in the night. So it was kind of like our go-to game while it was around. So I definitely miss playing it.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm looking forward to November 17th like crazy. Thanks for coming on the channel, man. I'm sure the fans back at home that are ready for Battlefront were happy with what we had to bring to them. So, thanks for giving your input and that kind of thing. And
yeah, man, no problem.
Yeah, we'll talk to you guys next time. Pete's channel is in the description if you want to check it out. Good night, everybody.